Right guys, so I just want to talk to you about tempo. First off, like, what is tempo? This is the speed, I guess, that you do the reps in. Usually it's labelled as in seconds, so it might be like 3 or like 1, 3, 2, 3 or something. And that's basically like 3 seconds on the way down, 2-second pause, 2 seconds on the way up, 1 second pause, for example. So it's really important to understand that your tempo is something that you need to work on, okay, and you want this to become more of like a natural thing. And the reason for that is what it does is allows you to get the most from each set. So it controls your time under tension within the muscle. So obviously the longer spent doing a set or a rep, for example, the more tension you're going to create. Also, it massively benefits your form, reduces injury risk because you can't go too heavy like for your strength, and creates a better mind to muscle connection, and also helps with actually isolating the target muscle. So whenever you go into an exercise, you'll have a target muscle. For example, we're doing a chest press. The goal is to obviously hit our chest, bicep curls, biceps, lats, lat pull down, hit the lats. So I'm just going to show you an example of tempo. And I'll just do this while sitting on the lat pull down, so the angles might not be right, but just to give you an example. So when we're doing a lat pull down, the time spent on the way down, so if we go like 1, 2, 3 pulls for 1, 1, 2, 3 on the way up, pulls, 1, 2, 3 on the way down, pulls. What you'll notice is obviously this is a lot slower than probably what most people do their sets. It's a lot more controlled, and what this means is going to lead to more progress, because once you can control the weight like this for, you know, for example, doing 25 kilo for 3 sets of 10, when you increase the weight, you know, your tempo will change slightly, but our goal is to get all 3 sets working at that tempo range. And then when you progress, you're obviously still going to be in control. Now, if you're doing a weight like this, there's no control, there's no actual connection towards the muscle, and the form obviously gets affected by this. Now, by incorporating tempo and doing everything in a controlled manner, as you can see, if I increase the weight on that, I'll still be doing the same form. If not, probably worse. Will be worse because I've increased the weight. So it gives you something to create that foundation to progress from, which will lead to much better progress over time. And now use this on every muscle, like when you're doing a chest press, pulls in here, getting that squeeze at the top, controlling on the way down and on the way up. So more often than not, what happens is people with chest press, they'll push and then just let it go. Okay, now you're losing half of the rep. It's the same with the lat pull down. It's the same with a lot of movements. You're losing half of the rep, and then you're wondering why you're not getting as much progress. So tempo is very, very important for these reasons. I highly recommend incorporating it into your session. Find something that works well for you. I like overcompensate, you know, slow it right down. And then, because if you're going so like really, really slow, when you increase the weight, you're going to still be doing it slow. The problem is if you do it like on that on the cusp of it, when you increase the weight, it speeds up a lot. So tempo is really important for these reasons. By incorporating it, by controlling the weight, you'll find yourself having much more effective workouts, getting a better mind to muscle connection, and in the long run, progressing a lot more and having a longer time to progress as well, because your strength is affected when you're doing tempo. So you can't lift necessarily the heaviest weight that you could potentially lift if your tempo was, so for example, like doing 1 second up, 1 second down, I can go a lot heavier on. So you're not maxing out on your strength, which leaves you a lot more room to progress. At the end of the day, this is a great way to increase intensity in your sessions, create progression, make sure you're stimulating the muscle. All of these factors and more lead to you building muscle, and also more muscle contractions, increased heart rate, burn more calories, all these sort of things. So it creates a better environment. So tempo is such an important factor. Make sure you like drill this into your sessions, and you'll get a lot more from your workouts.